a couple places once it pops up. Is it live? Okay, yeah, we live. We live. All right, what's going on, everyone? This your boy at Big Game James underscore 36, former FSU fullback, and as my partner in crime, Denny Thompson, just did, and we're gonna work on me and Denny's media layout so that we can and rollouts with his commitments. If you don't know, he just with pride sent a tweet out that FSU's class of 2024, correct?
Yes, sir.
Has a new commit. We have a new bell cow. We have a quarterback. We have a quarterback, guys. And Luke, I'm gonna call you LK. I don't know how to pronounce. I'm very. It's very difficult for me to pronounce names in general, but I'm definitely not gonna butcher your name on the first one. So what I want you to do is let's tell the world first and foremost how the hell do we pronounce your name?
Luke Cromenhawk.
Okay. Oh, that's not bad. So we're gonna call you Luke Hawk. How
Yes,
about
sir.
that? That's what we're
Sounds
gonna go. We're
good.
gonna go Luke Hawk. Um, so a lot of people right now don't quite know who you are. Tell us what school you go to. Tell us where you're from, and talk to us about. Just tell us that first. Let's go in that direction.
So I'm from Savannah, Georgia, and I attend Benedictine Military School.
Okay. You guys just want to just participate in the state championship, correct?
Yes, sir. We won the 4A state championship.
Okay. When you now, I want you to do this. I don't know who you're training with, but you got to make sure you go check out. Was it is it the lab in Savannah? I got to get my man Rob Deloach. We got to get you
Oh,
connected
the
with OG.
factory. The
Yeah, the
factory.
factory. There it is. My bad. Sorry, OG Deloach is gonna kill me for that. But make sure you check out Rob. Rob and Mr. John as well. Rob's one of the best parents to help guide through this process that I've ever met. Like very knowledgeable. Also has three kids that play D1. Kalen's gonna be a stud. He's like a little brother to me over at Florida State. So I was talking off and on with your dad, talking off and on with Denny. Denny's been bragging about you for quite some time. He says, "Man, I just got this kid. Man, he hasn't played a varsity snap yet, but he's got a cannon. He can sling it. He can sling it." Tell us a little bit about your tool set. Tell us a little bit about you as a quarterback and you as a competitor.
Um, I'd like to think of myself as a dual threat. I can take off and run. I also have the arm to make a lot of good throws. Um, but I'm the type of competitor that I'll put my body on the line to get that extra yard or go in and get that score. I'm really whatever I can do to help win with my team. I'm all about winning.
Definitely, if you haven't seen the video, we're going to post it up on Sports. Then I posted up on my personal page as well. Was that in the state championship game when you rocked, buddy?
No, that was Elite Eight. It was the Elite Eight.
Okay. Okay, yeah, Buddy got put on the wrong side of a highlight film. Not Luke, not Luke Hawk. Luke Hawk destroyed somebody. It's I was looking back through the videos and I watched it and man, I had to turn the radio down a little bit because I had it on the Bluetooth speakers. You scared my 3 year old who likes violence. So, but it was very violent. So, what is like? Does Denny ever like tell you like, "Yo, we need to chill out on that. You don't play quite so violent. We need your arm," or like, or if or kind of like what brought that, what built that kind of mentality, that tough mentality? Because nowadays quarterbacks are finesse, just 7-on-7 guys.
Right. Well, my dad actually played college football at UMass, and he was a defensive guy. So I grew up, I was groomed as a linebacker. And then we kind of just found out that I could throw a football really well. So, I mean, one thing just led to another. I'm basically just a quarterback with a linebacker mentality. I love contact, I love to hit people, and I'm all about that.
Okay, we got Luke Croman Hawk. Actually, we're gonna call him in the fifth quarter. If you see me mention Hawk, that's what we're going. That's what we're talking about. We get everybody. One thing you'll learn about college football, and or at least it was when I played. Everybody has a nickname. You don't get to pick your nickname though. Like but it is your nickname nonetheless. So military academy, like extremely disciplined, rigid, or or you kind of like it's just kind of where you go to school and you're actually a cool kid.
It's an all boys school. 400 cadets. We have a really good JROTC program. Um, they're super strict. We have to wear a special uniform, and our haircuts have to be a certain way. Mine's probably a little too long right now, so I probably got to go get a trim. But it's a great school.
Okay, what kind of level of competition? Because that's always one of the things that a lot of fans are worried about when they're getting quarterbacks. You know, sometimes small school ball doesn't have quite the athletes that everybody else. Big school and Savannah, everybody knows about Atlanta Metro, and like the South Georgia. But tell us a little bit about football in Savannah, and what it's like with you coming up.
Football in Savannah. I mean, it's really good. There's a lot of great athletes, and everybody. The competition is so high, and BC is we're very very good. So people like to kind of step it up against us and play their best against us. It's almost like we're everybody's rivals there.
Okay. So walk us through the commitment process. When did you first get your offer from Florida State?
I attended a camp, uh, Coach Norvell's camp last summer, going into my sophomore year. So I was a freshman going into my sophomore year, and over the summer, it was the last camp that I went to, and I just went and competed, and I guess they liked what they saw, and right after the camp, they gave me an offer.
Oh, so my guy Dilly gave you the offer. So you got offered by
Sure.
Dilly. All
Yes, sir,
right, all
Coach
right.
Dillingham.
So what were some of the things that Dilly and Coach Norvell kind of said that they liked about your game, and why were they even willing to go and offer you before they even saw you, take that initial leap?
They really like my arm strength. I have a pretty decent arm, and I guess they just liked how the ball jumped out of my hand.
So dual threat athlete, dual threat quarterback. Feel like so you can wiggle a little bit. You can run a little bit.
Yes, sir. I
So
can take.
as we say here in Florida, and at Florida State, you breaking stereotypes out there. You moving fast, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right. So we're moving fast, hitting guys, young offer, went to a camp. What was describe? Was it competitive at the Coach Norville camp? Like, what was it like when you walked out there? What was your mentality and what was your mindset? Was it like I'm going to leave here with something? Like, best
Yes,
believe
sir.
I'm coming out of here with something, or like kind of talk to us about that.
Well, I went to the camp and I walked up and there was a ton of people there and there were some really, really good athletes, some amazing competition. And, but I went in with the mindset that I'm leaving this camp with an offer no matter what.
So you come from a school that just had a Division I quarterback sign and Holden, get another name I'm not going to try to mispronounce. Because this is a question that I got to know, and this is more to qualify you. I'm not trying to rough you up, but as alumni, you know, the interview's got to be a little bit different than if you were going to another school. It's almost like hazing is illegal, but what we're going to do is program and tradition building. Like the friendship thing was, it's like, okay, were you trying to go out there and take his job every day, or were you just like, you know what, it's okay, you got it. I'll get it when I get it.
I mean, I was going out there and competing with him. I wanted that starting role. It didn't matter to me that he was a senior or not. I mean, I was going to go out there and compete.
I ain't watched the snap of yours yet, but just that answer right there just warms my cold heart. Like one of the things that I think a lot of kids these days is you guys are too friendly. You're good kids, great. I need you to be the Benedict University, whatever the thing is, the military school. That's going to definitely help you in life. But I need you to be a savage on the
Yes,
football
sir.
field. Afterwards, you can become friends and be like y'all can be pen pals or whatever you need to be. But on that football field, that guy got whoever's at that top spot. You want the top spot in any legal way you can get. We just had a situation where we had a guy say he let his friend have a job, and I just that sits well in Hallmark movies, but it doesn't work at Power Five powerhouses that we're trying to get Florida State back to. We're here with Luke Hawk. This is your boy at Big Game James _36. Go follow him. His at is in the description. Make sure you share this. Seminole Nation, get to know the new class of 2024 quarterback commit. Get a chance to watch his film. We're going to put some highlights up there. Talk about what do you do in the off season to try to get you prepared, and what is your goals for when your prep career is over?
Um, During the off season, I go to Coach Denny every Sunday, and sometimes more. I
So I
just
mean, every Sunday you're driving 2 hours to
yes, sir.
come train with a guy who throws tennis balls at kids. Does he has he ever hit you with a tennis ball?
No, sir. He's hit.
Okay, all right. So you showing us that wiggle, that dual threat is real. You ain't getting hit with a tennis ball.
Yes, sir. Yes,
All right,
sir.
go ahead. Keep telling us about the training process and the different things you're doing.
So I go down there every Sunday with my dad. We drive down there and we go get a session in, and then I mean at our school, BC, every day we have weight training. It's like a class that you have to take. So I'm in there with some of the other football guys, and they have special workouts for the football guys. So we're in there getting bigger and stronger and faster and all that good stuff.
All right. Um, have you done any camps? Any other different any different things and like any other like are you on a 7-on-7 team or any of that stuff?
Yes, sir. I play for a local team in Savannah, Team Dimes. We're super duper good, and then I also do pick up with Coach Harrison Smith and Cam Davis. You might know he plays on tight action. I go to some tournaments with them.
Okay, wait a minute. Tight action. That's not Coach Corn doesn't do with them. Is Mikhail Cornegi work with them too?
I'm not sure. I
Not
don't.
sure, but I know Harrison. I know Harrison. And Cam Davis. Okay, so we got another. So what was that like? Did he rub off on you a little bit? Say, hey man, let's do the right thing.
Oh, I mean, he's a dude. He's definitely something to look forward to. I was like, I mean, watching him play and throwing to him, I was like, man, I can do this in college. I can play with this guy for sure.
So I have. So this is more for me. So I have a young son who's going to come up, and I think he's good. I don't know, but I think he's good. He's got to live up to dad who played fullback, punch people in the mouth, did stuff. What's it like having a dad that played linebacker on the college level, and now he has to have a son that's a quarterback? Like, or what is that like? Is he telling you to suck it up, or like is that where your toughness comes from? Just describe that relationship with your father.
Um, he kind of it's a love hate relationship. He loves it. I mean, he loves me playing linebacker. This year, I played some strong safety on the state championship team, and I was coming up in.
Wait. Time out. We're gonna go back to pops. We're gonna table pops for a second.
All right.
You play strong safety.
Yeah, I started well because I didn't win out the quarterback job, of course, and so I ended up I went to Coach Britt and we had a conversation and I basically told him that if I'm not going to play quarterback, I want to be on the field no matter what. I'll run down kicks. I'll play defense. I'll play anything else on offense. So I ended up starting on all the special teams, and I also started receiver and strong safety on the state championship team.
So listen, guys, we don't have a quarterback here. We got a ball player, a
Yes,
ball
sir.
player that can throw the ball. That we're going to develop into a quarterback. That's something that says something to leadership and at such a young age too. That's awesome. Like I'm over here geeking right now. So I gotta get now. You got to make this film back it up, man. Don't let me look bad. But I'm liking all of this. I'm liking what I'm hearing. So okay, go back to pops with the love hate relationship thing going on.
So I mean, he raised me as a linebacker, and because I mean, and then he took me to Coach Denny because he didn't know a lick about being a quarterback. He didn't know anything about that, but he's kind of trended towards the little bit of dude, you got to run out of bounds sometimes. You can't try and run through everybody every time, but I don't really listen to him. I love the contact and I love to run through people. It makes me feel good, so I keep on doing that.
So now we're gonna go into it. I have to ask everybody when I interview current players, when I interview him as well. I always ask it. Talking to Coach Norvell, what is Coach Norvell like to Hawk?
He's a great guy. I'm really excited for him to be my coach. I mean, he's so awesome and he's motivated to win, and he keeps on telling me about the future. And I mean, from what he's told me, the future is super duper bright. And I mean, I think that he's going to be able to put Florida State back up in that top spot to win national championships again, where they should be.
Is he one thing I've always because I've yet to see a time where Mike isn't high energy.
Oh
Have you
yeah.
ever caught Coach Norvell just like, "Hey, what's going on, Luke? How you doing?" Or is it always like you're about to get a motivational speech? Because we're gonna put this on fifth quarter recruiting, a little homage to Hawk, our new 2024 commit. But like, man, that kind of gave me a little bit of chills. Like I was just like, "Yo," because I have to be. I'm always gonna have a slant to my alma mater. I gotta be somewhat neutral, but sometimes Mike gets me, pulls me over to that side. But is it when you're talking to him and he was asking you these questions or talk like what was it like? What was going through your mind?
I mean, I'm so excited. I mean, and the energy that he brings, it's contagious. It just gets you going.
Definitely, definitely. He is very high energy. He's a I like my coaches that are in your face. My coach that I played for the legendary Bobby Bowden. He now he was like my granddaddy by the time I played, but he
Right.
definitely I always tell people everybody talks about how all shucks he was. You don't get to the position that he was getting to without having a little bit of a lot of bit, not a little bit, a lot of bit of dog in you.
For
And
sure.
he had the great Mickey Andrews, my position coach Billy Sexton, a lot of other guys. Bobby didn't curse. But he sure as hell had a lot of other people that knew how to curse for him. They made up the slack. So Mike is going to be in your face. Is definitely, but it comes from. It seems to come from a position of not only caring but wanting to win. So you talked to us about your quarterback. Obviously, that's where we got you. But if it all falls, we know we can put you over there on defense. You can cover somebody, and you don't mind going down on a kick, which would be weird to see a quarterback go down on a kick. But do you play any other sports?
I do. I played basketball. I played varsity basketball this year, um, and I used to play baseball a lot, but I stopped freshman year. I decided not to play because I wanted to do 7-on-7 instead because my football career was more important, and I had a better shot at chasing my dream with football than I did with baseball and going D1. Um, but I also played some lacrosse last year, and then I run a little bit of track.
Wait a minute. Now, okay. See, man, I love lacrosse. I actually coach. I help coach lacrosse here in Jacksonville at Bowles High School. My friend Tom West. It's great. Yeah, I actually think it's one of the best crossover sports for football if
Oh,
you play it good.
yes,
Because
sir.
you get to hit people. Like you don't like track. Everybody's like play track, run track. They're not teaching you how to run. You're just running and you're competing. But man, if you play midi in lacrosse, man, them cats run. They're
Yeah,
running like 20, 40 yard sprints in a game.
yes, sir. The coaches they use me as I don't know if you've seen the movie The Goon, the hockey movie about the dude who basically just goes and lays the wood on people. But I was basically that guy for lacrosse. No one is getting a clean shot on the goal without getting a stick to the face or a shoulder pad to the face.
Okay, so you were a defense. You were a defenseman.
Yes, sir.
Nice. Jeez. You might be like, and how much you weigh right now?
185.
So we gotta make sure, we gotta keep you. We got a guy there. We don't want you to become Dan Kendrick. Like I love the fullback, and I tell Mike all the time, if he wants to win a game, you got to bring the fullback back, and win more games, bring the fullback back. It's scientifically proven. But I don't want you to become Dan Kendrick, who came in as a high regarded quarterback, but his mentality was so badass that he shifted the fullback. He also became he became a Navy SEAL when it was all said and done. So, but to kind of go in that direction, I know you're young. You're a sophomore, rising junior. Do you know what you want to do? What you want to major in college? Do you kind of have an idea what you want to do post? Obviously NFL, because if you don't want to go to NFL, I'm gonna tell you to go to Florida. Like
Right.
because those guys don't want to go to the NFL. We want guys who. I want you to get your degree, but we want the guys who want to go to the NFL here at Florida State. We need more of those. But if it doesn't work out and when you're done, what are the things you want to do?
I want to go into business. I'd like to go and work. My dad he's an entrepreneur and he has his own business, and so I've learned over the years some stuff from him, and I just think that I mean graduating from FSU, I mean that's a known thing. If I play quarterback, I'm definitely gonna have a whole bunch of opportunities, so I'd like to pursue that.
Definitely one of the things I think a lot of people don't realize. And again, anybody who's watching this, yes, it is a different type of interview because he's going to the greatest school in the world. Florida State. I will ask other kids similar questions, but I don't know what it's like to play at other schools. I only know what it's like to play at Florida State. So I will say this: if you go to Florida State and you are one of the guys that they remember, like I tell people, don't worry about the NIL, worry about the NFL. Make a play and get, and they'll always remember you. Ain't nobody in America eating more off of one touchdown than James Coleman. So like, so you go out there, you do your Jordan Travis 4th and 14, and you do those consistent things, man. Promise you, sky's the limit. There's tons of boosters that are very successful. Tons of former players that are very successful. It's a great. I got to joke with people. It is a fraternity, and it's something where you can reach out to old heads, and that's something else I want to talk to you about. So you got a chance to meet some famous alumni. I'm
Yes,
assuming at
sir.
the last one.
Last time I was down there, they had a couple guys come in and speak to us, and I mean, it was just awesome.
Do you remember who they were? It was just some old guys because
There
that
was a couple
happens.
NFL guys. Dustin Hopkins, the kicker, he came
Okay.
in. He was awesome, really well spoken, great guy. And there were a couple other big D linemen. I was like, geez, Louise, those dudes are huge.
Yeah. It's a whole different. That's something else that you're gonna learn too, man. It's mutants when you play at this level, man.
Yes, sir.
Like it's cool playing in high school and you gotta dominate, but man, when you sometimes I walk around and I look at the guys and be like, man, I played with guys this size, like, and I'm not a small man, but those
Right.
guys are bigger than me, and it's just like holy crap. So
Yeah. Yes, sir. For
again,
sure.
James Coleman here with Luke Hawk, fifth quarter Sports Den Live. He's a 6 points Jacksonville. Really, we say Jacksonville, but dadgum Denny's training everybody. Denny's dang near international. He's probably got a Jamaican quarterback somewhere training. But like if you're not training with Denny Thompson, and you're on the prep level or on the college level, you're slipping. He's got a little dynasty there. And if you're a college coach and you're not trying to get somebody 6 point stamped, or QB collective, which is kind of like the quarterback Illuminati going on right now, you're missing out. So great young man. We talked about your pops, and I think that's great. I think dads, but is mama excited? Because at the end of the day, that's really what matters. If mama ain't happy,
Oh,
ain't nobody happy. Is mama excited?
yes, sir. She's super happy. Actually, one of the factors about Florida State was it's close to home. It's not too far. So my mom, she'll be able to come to the games, and so she was super duper pumped about that. And she loves the Knowles, and she loves everything about them and the rich history. She loves all that. So she's super happy, and she's ready.
All right. We got a lot of people right now just telling you congratulations. We'll put this stuff on the screen. Welcome to Tallahassee here. Shout out to Carol. Shout out to my guy Wayne. Again, it's going to start pouring in. You'll start seeing people really just happy to see you in the fold. Happy to see you become a Seminole. Let me see if I got any other questions, man. Oh, okay. Going into your junior year, I just got a text here. Is there any big games? Anything games you got circled? You ready to? Any games you ready to get guys you just ready to see and compete against that you're curious about the challenge?
Yes, sir. Well, I mean, every game's a big game, but a couple of big ones are we're going to play Christopher Columbus in Miami this year. We're
Oh
traveling
wow.
down to Miami to play them, and we're also going to Jacksonville to play Bulls. So those games should both be fun. And then Westminster in Atlanta, we're going to play them as well.
Oh, that's three. That's three solid ones right there.
Yes, sir. Our schedule
Bowls,
was stacked.
yeah, Bowls is similar to you guys. Not a military school, but military values. Obviously, like I said, I coach lacrosse there. I don't coach football there, so you don't got to worry about that. You can mud stomp them in football for all I care. But I just but lacrosse. If it was lacrosse, I'd be like, hey, we finna mercy rule you guys. But that's 'cause, again, that's just the mentality I have. I I coach my son's flag football team. It's a loss if we don't mercy rule the other guys. So like the goal is to go out there and within reason beat the tar out of somebody, and then afterwards we can all go play in color or whatever. But in during the game, it's about asserting dominance. So right
Sure.
now, basically, guys, we're not going to take too much of your time because I think you are traveling from a tournament, right?
Yes, sir. I'm up in Charleston. I had a basketball tournament today, so I played a couple of games, and we're on the way back.
So definitely appreciate you coming here. Okay, we got a good one. Um, Terrence says, "Glad to have you. Let's go. Who else are you working on to get in Tribe 24?" That's a great question. Are there any guys that you're sitting there like now that you've committed, you got the monkey off your back? All right, I got to play with this guy. I want to be able to spin. I want to throw the ball to him, or I want him to bat the ball down or catch the ball from other people.
For sure. I mean, Cam Davis is one of them. He's already committed. I'm excited to play with him. Jordan Pride, he's also great. And then me and Coach Chokarts, we're gonna be talking and getting in communication, and I'm gonna try and go out there and hopefully get some more guys to commit.
All right, so we got him, and he's not just satisfied on being the quarterback. He wants to go and try to bring some other guys into Tribe 24. We got a little while, we got a long way. Guys battling, but I've been, he seems pretty solid. I know how you fans are, and I know how it's been. I also know two publications don't have the greatest luck again. Like I said, when it comes to interviewing quarterbacks or having them in, but I think we're going to be all right with Luke right here, and he's going on. I like the attitude. Again, if you're just catching the tail end of this, you got a guy who comes in with a raised by a linebacker, just happens to be able to throw. He says he's a dual threat quarterback. He's just not a drop back passer. He got a little bit of wiggle. He's a state champion. He wants to do it all. He wants to be if somebody needs some Powerade, he's gonna go pour him a cup. If the tackle needs to be made on kickoff, he's gonna go down and make a kickoff. And if Coach Hamilton needs somebody to come in and fill in and play a little bit of basketball, he's willing to go over there and do what he needs to do with that. So with that being said, man, is there anything else that you think Seminole Nation should know about you? Any actually, because there's this, if there's any questions that you want to know about Tallahassee or Florida State, I'm willing to answer them too. So as I always tell people, you got any questions or you got any answers?
Just hashtag Tribe 24, and let's get to work.
All right, all right, all right. We got Luke Hawk here with at Big Game J. That's actually Croman Hawk. Did I
Crowman
say it
Hawk.
right?
Sure.
Croman Hawk. Here with that Big A James, we're gonna get that in. Again, I am just gonna call him Hawk. We got the exclusive interview here. Something I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you something that a lot of other publications won't do, and I want to make sure people hear this live from. And I've said this before. Control your narrative. There's a lot of great media with FSU. It's a lot of guys. The War Chant is very good. 247 Chris Nee and Josh Newberg do a great job. I know those guys are going to hit you up. Um, Tomahawk Nation does a good job. I really enjoy reading sports. What's my guy Logan's name? I just thought No Game Day, young guys too. So you'll really like No Game Day. So when you do the circuit, man, but just remember you're in charge of your brand. So you talk, you control it. Don't if you don't feel comfortable answering the phone, because some of these not these guys that I just mentioned, but some of these guys gonna call you at weird hours of the night, man. If you gotta talk to your girlfriend or man, or you got homework, you gotta take a shower, man. Don't be talking to these grown men at 11 o'clock at night. It gets weird. It gets a little
Yes,
creepy.
sir.
But again, but one thing I will say is our fan base is clamoring to win. They love to get to know the recruits. They want you to be successful. There's negative in every fan base. I'll say that. There will be times when guys are going to do stuff, but at the end of the day, I'll say the vast majority of FSU fans you're going to love. Your family's going to love, and you're going to have a great time when you come to these games, especially with Coach Norvell and those guys turn the corner and get this thing rocking. I never played in an empty dope, so I don't know what these last few years are for. So what I'm hoping for is when you get here, you guys start winning and y'all have 85,000 strong, because man, when you walk out that tunnel and there's 85,000 people screaming and saying, "Oh, man," I'm telling you, it actually makes you as a quarterback, it makes you want to run down on kickoff and hit somebody.
Yes, sir.
So
It does.
all right, man. Well, anyways, guys, signing off. Make sure you retweet this, share this, go follow my guy. This will be on if you don't check that live broadcast. This will be on SoundCloud here shortly. So on YouTube, all your different streaming services, Facebook Live, Twitter, Periscope, TikTok, all the different social media platforms that you could think of. We got Hawk That's what we're calling him in the fifth quarter. Our new quarterback commit for 2024, Bell Cow. He says he's going out there to win two more state championships, and he's going in there to have the #1 recruiting class in the class of 2024. Go Knowles, and appreciate you guys.
Yes, sir.